Hello everyone, Assalamu alaikum. My name is Adeep Tariq. I am a visual artist and an educator. I am the founder of Ajeeb Studio, which is a brand identity and design studio that I've been running for the past 5 years. And today I wanted to go through our portfolio website. The reason I'm going over it right now is because it is time I'm letting go of this current website. So I want to talk about what was working for this website and what helped us get like the clients that we wanted to work with and what is about to change. So let's get right into it. So if you go to ajeebstudio.com, this is what you see. Now, the first thing that I want to talk about is the landing page. It says Ajeeb Studio and it has all of these colors changing, all of these artwork shifting. And I think at this point, I really want to establish one thing with the client, which is that Ajeeb means weird, and it does mean weird. In Farsi, Arabic, and Urdu, it means unique, it means weird, right? So if that's the name of the studio, the work should represent that. This website is made on Webflow, so we could do like these cool animations, right? Once you go down, it says, we believe that the world is full of limitless possibilities for design. This statement has been changed with time, right? It started off with the statement that everyone who is a freelancer or a designer or even like someone in film and TV is like, oh, I will make your vision come to life, you know? And this is what I had. And we had a mentor who was like, why is your copy so basic if your work isn't basic and if your story isn't basic? So we were like, okay, we need to change it. And when we have this one, this is something that we can click with, you know, and this is something that we've realized, like the language that we're using is what really builds the perception of the client before even coming on that one-on-one call with us, you know. And it is like a hit or miss also, which is a good thing. A lot of people kind of really think that they have to cater to everyone. I feel like we know who we want to cater to, and this is how we talk to them, you know. And there's certain people who may read it and go like, okay, this is very immature, we're out of here. So it's okay, you know, you sometimes have to let those people go because there are people who really want to work with you and they will value every word that you have written over here. And then we show our clients. Now, this is some of our clients, obviously, and the reason I wanted to just have a few rather than a long list, even though with our new website we're thinking, you know what, we need to have like a long list of clients, is because I just didn't want to, I wanted to show like the top of the top and then moving on to our recent works. Now, once you go to our recent works, right, this section is something that kind of showcases and talks about what are the industries that we're working in, starting with like, okay, Grub Shack is a restaurant. Then we have Turbo, which was album brand identity that we did for an artist. And then Nom Nachos, which is a food product like a nachos, right? And then we have Spotify, so which is another like music branding project. And then you have View All Case Studies. Now, obviously the View All Case Studies is for a client who is like curious, right? Some people just go, you know, look at the first page and then they move on. But if someone comes over here, this is what they see. And at the bottom, as you can see, it says, let's work strangely and wonderfully. And it has my email. Now, it's me and my partner at the studio, which is Maham. And she is the co-founder too. Now the thing is that we could use like hello at Ajeeb Studio, but I just feel like a lot of people have like trust issues with like hello at Ajeeb Studio. So I thought, you know what, I'll just put in my email. They can talk to me directly, you know. And that's something that I really like. Even though we have like a beautiful system at the studio and how everything is structured, I sometimes, there are projects that I take that I do by myself. Like I talk to the client. I don't just go like, oh, we've gotten the client, we've onboarded them, now let's just, you know, they can talk to the you know, project manager and I'll see them in like 6 months to close the project. I like to like stay and work with the client, and that is also, I feel like some of the clients that come to us, they expect this also. So having my email just creates that like personal touch. And then it says here, a creative studio from somewhere in the globe. And here we are in the About Us page. I feel like adding these tiny animations and like these images moving just adds more to the page and to the experience itself. Over here, once you go down, it says creativity is a necessary manifestation of creative ideas in order to truly impact the spirit and the hearts of people. And then you have a slideshow of like cool posters and images and stuff that we've done. And then we say we help new ideas to emerge. And then we talk about WTF is Ajeeb. I talk about actually the meaning of Ajeeb, imperfect expression, and how does that, really come into our practice. And then we talk about our services, strategy, creative, and execution. At first, when I started, it was like a long list. We do website design, we do social media, and whatever. And then I feel like that just isn't really sounding someone like who is a specialist. And for me, it's like strategy, because once you're doing strategy, we realize that, oh, sometimes the client is like, oh, we want to go into 3D. We're like, okay, we'll go into 3D, or we want to have a website right now, or whatever that deliverable is, right? So I don't want to have the technical deliverable to shape the idea of my work and the value that I'll put into it. And then you go down, you see this beautiful video of this car going into the space, and you can take this into more deep philosophical thing, but I personally felt like this image just fits here perfectly. And then we talk about the clients that we work with in the global markets and how many projects we've done, and then we show a few of our clients again. And then it has another call to action, which is you can reach out to me. And then we have our work section. But before we go into the works, I want to show you the contact section. So once they click on contact, we usually had like a form on the website, but right now we are working with like a type form in which they answer everything about their company, their project, which really qualifies them for the call. And if it doesn't, we won't really reach out to them. We send them an email like blah blah. But this form really helps us like qualify the clients and take it from there basically. So going back to Ajeeb Studio, now the work section, which is the portfolio and everything that we've added, right? So right now, as you can see, we have 8 projects. It starts off with showing Grub Shack, which is a rebranding project that we did, Turbo, like we talked about some of these. And then at the bottom, we do have a corporate project, that we're really proud of, which doesn't really reflect the work that we mostly do, but it's something that's very important to showcase. And I think right now, like in all of these, the best performing project for us has been this one, because I feel like people see a lot of illustrative work and whatever, but translating that into brand identity, design, and website has been such a game changer. Like if we have charged like the most for like brand identity and strategy, this project has been very helpful. A lot of other things has been, but like the clients have communicated like, okay, what you did in this project is something that we want to do for us, because they do imagine their problems to be solved, and this case study kinds of connects that dot, because the clients really want their problems to be solved. And this project, I feel like, has helped them connect those dots, that okay, if this studio can do this, they can probably do it for us. And honestly, the portfolio is about that. It's like whenever a client looks at your portfolio, they need to just feel like, what, these are the right people. And sometimes if they don't feel that, there are a few reasons. Maybe you're not the right fit for the industry, or maybe you are doing something wrong with your case studies. Because if you go down on this, we did everything for this brand, from their strategy, their design, their illustration, website, and merch, like you name it, right? So this helped us like create like this beautiful case study, going deeper into the illustrative work that we did, but also really focusing on starting with the website part, because I feel like people love to see like, okay, cool illustrations, yes, but like how does that translate onto actual like technical things that where their customers can interact with? Because if it's just design that goes on Instagram, great, but what if it is something more? Project After Norms that performs really well is the project that we did in 2023, Spotify Radar Fest. We did the whole identity for the festival. And as you can see, we did the print, the animation, design, and everything. And also like having this one thing, which is just not like mock-ups, we have like actual photos of the event. I feel like that really helps like bring in that connection, that okay, this is just not like a concept brand. Because a lot of like people who are like studio hunting, they want to see that, okay, this is a cool project, but did it really come to life? And obviously that is at a later stage when you're working with brands and you want to charge them 5x of what you're charging, right? So every tiny detail really helps. And other than that, we have projects that may help someone else. And obviously my most favorite project out of all of these would be Ajeeb Design Fest, where in 2024 we did our own design festival, right? And this is the opening animation for it. You see the main KV with the illustration, with our logo, and you see the logo lockups, social media stuff, and actual proof. Now, this is something that I've learned with time, right? Don't always think about the most perfect image. It can be the screenshots of like what people were sharing on Instagram. This just kind of brings in from this digital thing to like actual life of like, oh, the poster is there. This is me standing with the, you know, the logo on my shirt, and then you see like the helmet over there, someone wearing the wristband. It just brings so much more context, and also like just brings your project into a new beautiful light. And then we go a bit deeper into the merch, posters, more posters, stickers, and all of like the tickets and the map that we made. And this is how the project concludes. And then I also have another one, which is Ajib Collective, which is our own like fashion collection that we launched. So the idea of the projects that I'm putting here is very simple. It's like, okay, let's show them what we did for other people. And sometimes I feel like the work that I have over here, these brands did let us do what we wanted to do. But at the same time, sometimes we do things for ourselves that I'm very proud of too. How do I structure that it doesn't only look like a passion project, you know, and it has that thing. And you would be surprised how sometimes people just look at the passion projects and go like, you know what, I want to do this for you. So I think which comes down to the part like, put the work in your portfolio that you want to do, and eventually it creates like this beautiful cycle of you getting the work that you want to do, and then you put that in your portfolio, and then you keep on updating it. Now we have been working with on this like current website for the past, I think it's been like 3 years, but it is time we, you know, up the game. We've learned so much about web design internally. We've gotten so much better at like strategy and copy that we're doing for other brands, right? And it's not that like this website is not helping us get like the high paying clients and all of that stuff. It is, but I personally think it's time we change things. Now, so recently we have been making like, you know, a lot of cool websites. Like let me show you this one, agbootcamps.com. This is a website that we made on Framer for my branding bootcamp that I do from time to time. Now this is a live interactive bootcamp. Now this is the website. You open, it says master brand identity in 5 weeks, and it has this beautiful, as you can see, animation at the back. And as you go down, it has, you know, a button over here, all the clients that we worked with. Now see, this is something that I want to put in my new website. And then you have a slideshow of our beautiful works, and you go down, you can see how this website really represents like Ajib even more at this point. And we have our videos embedded, our calendar, and obviously the purpose of this website is much different, but I feel like it's time that we kind of look at our own Ajib Studio website in a newer light. And I've been inspired by a few websites. I'm going to show you like 2 websites that I really love, right? Starting with Studio Koto. Now, Studio Koto has been doing amazing work, and I'm very inspired by their work, their practice, the people, and the work that they have been putting out, and especially their website. And they have this amazing section on their website where they have, you know, a lot of cool things that are just not their portfolio work. It kind of talks a bit deeper into the things that they're thinking. And of course, we do that with like Ajib Design Fest, but I want to kind of bring that in. And also like look at their landing page. It's such a beautiful, so the video starts over here, and then you have all of the case studies. And once you click on work over here, explore case studies, right? You get to see so many more case studies. And honestly, for the last 3-4 years, like I feel like there's so many more case studies that are just sitting there that we can just like, you know, bring to our new website. And I was thinking about like, okay, what are the websites? Like for example, this is a beautiful website, the way they have their case studies, the way they have everything. The other website that I really like is Studio Nari. They are a UK based studio, and you can see their header. They don't have a header at the top, they have it on the left side, which is so cool, right? And obviously I'm experiencing it on the laptop, and I don't really want to think about the mobile version right now, at least for this video. But of course it is important to think about that part too. But I love to experience websites on the laptop, and especially like as a customer, right? If I'm online shopping, or if I'm watching a video, whatever, I don't really use my phone as much. I love to do everything on my laptop or on my PS5, you know. So they have this nice header. It's not a header, it's like a something on the left. I don't know what you call it, but the navigation is projects, news, about, and world. If you click on projects, you get to see all of their projects over here, right? And they have like a nice scroll, like horizontal scroll also. And once you click on it, you go deeper into the project, right? So it kind of has this thing where if people want to go deeper into the project, they can. If they don't want to, they just stay there, you know? And then if you go to world, you have this another section which just has like this very cool thing where you can, like, you know, zoom in, see something. It's like an infinite world that they have made. And I feel like this is so important because when you look at Ajib Studio's website, there's so much work that needs to go onto the website. And honestly, sometimes we're so busy with our boot camps, our projects, and also we don't want to burn out. So we're like, okay, we'll update the website maybe next month, and it goes on, you know, for a long time. And here we are, like, look at the recent projects that I posted, like 3 case studies that I'm absolutely proud of. Like, one is neutral that I posted today. Look at this beauty, right? And then we have OXL, like, look at this amazing animation Ali made, who is our lead animators at the studio. So there's so much that we need to add. So I feel like having this play section just really adds so much, like, layer to our website, where, you know, and obviously I don't expect every client to come here, but sometimes there are people who admire your work and they want to go a bit deeper, or sometimes people are thinking about, like, oh, do they want to work with you or not, right? So having something like this just really changes the game, that it kind of shows that, okay, they worked with these brands, you know, because not every project can have a case study. You know, sometimes you do small parts of like these big projects and they can go somewhere over here. And now we are planning to have our next new website ready for 2026, inshallah. So hopefully we'll make a new video for that and go through that website. Maybe I'll actually make a proper video with you know, researching strategy and everything that I'll do for the website. That could be fun. Let me know in the comment section if you would be interested for that. Either way, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you very soon, inshallah. Allah Hafiz.